Hello and welcome. Today I'm in beautiful sunny Pinner with Julian Knopf of Gander Photography. Actually, he's running not just Gander Photography, another photography business as well. And he'll explain it all to us. He is a great social media user, and I actually picked up quite a few ideas from you in the
which you've done better with than me, I think.
Well, I picked up the A to Z and I turned it into the A to Z of video for professional services. But today we're going to talk about social media.
Okay.
Julian,
yes.
You told me you have got two different video photography businesses.
Yep.
What's the most effective, most impactful social media platform for you?
Okay, so just to explain that a little bit, I have Gander Photography, which is a portrait events and corporate photography business. So that covers weddings, bar mitzvahs, family portraiture and corporate stuff. And then to the side of that, I have something called The Way You Are, also branded under Gander Photography, but that is more female portraiture and boudoir and stuff like that. And they have different existences on social media.
Okay.
Both of them have Facebook groups and channels, and both of them have Instagram. And I kind of co-create into those things. I split them because obviously you don't want one market really having to be forced to see the other. But also what's interesting, or what has become interesting over that time, is that Instagram is more appropriate for the boudoir stuff because that's where that market and those people are. And Facebook is far more useful for let's say the mainstream photography. Yeah. So bar mitzvah parents and that age group are on Facebook. 40 to 50-year-olds, corporates are looking around in there, looking at those kinds of feeds. And the more successful channel for me for the boudoir stuff has been the Instagram, because that's where the younger, edgier people are existing.
Right. And one question, I do see you not infrequently also on LinkedIn.
Yes. Yes. So
how
LinkedIn,
does that work for you?
LinkedIn. Well, interestingly, LinkedIn's something that I've spent more time on for the last 6 months or so, because I came to notice that I had more contacts on LinkedIn than I had on any other social channel.
Oh, right.
Bizarrely. And I thought, I'm just not using this properly, and it's there for me to use. And I think, if I've got a corporate background. I used to work in corporates before I moved into photography. And there's a bit of a mindset that LinkedIn is just there for, here's my CV, come find me for a job. I've worked in those places.
Absolutely.
And I think over the last, let's say, couple of 3 years, that kind of use of it has changed. And now we're all there socialising in we won't say in a Facebook way, but in a more kind of interesting way. So in the last, let's say, 3, 4, 5 months, I've used LinkedIn more. I've posted interesting conundrums and questions and things of that nature into LinkedIn. I try and keep it business focused, rather than, hey, this is what I did at the weekend or whatever. And obviously try and link back to people that I know and give them some exposure. So that, those 3 channels give me everything I need to do what I do. I also have some stuff on Twitter, but I don't have time to do everything. So those are the 3 that I consciously work on a lot.
Okay. Now, you're a photographer, so you've got all the gear, the equipment, and the experience. And DSLRs nowadays are very good video cameras.
They are supremely good.
And I cannot even remember having seen a video of yours. You don't seem to be using video at all, or very, very little. Why not?
One is time. Quite frankly, the amount of time that it takes to put video together for me, being a bit of a perfectionist, I like to move, is just, it takes a lot of time. I do video for the boudoir stuff. So when clients come to receive their pictures as a reveal, they come and see some printed photos on the wall behind us like this, and I film all of those reveals, and then we do interviews. They are available on the website. They're available on my YouTube channel, as well as other things that are there as well. And I post those a little bit. I don't use video like this for Gander, for my mainstream stuff. I use slideshows and things of that nature to really expose the photography rather than myself. Am I going to do more of it? Yes. Have I got some ideas? A few. It's just a matter of sitting down and doing it and editing it and getting it there. They keep telling us that video is the way forward, and
where you can animate images, and that also is
all of that. And what I do notice is that when I post videos, they get a lot of exposure. I don't know whether the algorithms, we always talk about algorithms when we talk about social stuff. The algorithms go, it's a video rather than a photo, so we're going to give that more exposure, whatever. But I do know that videos, the ones that I've put out, have been very successful, so I'm going to look to doing some more of those next year.
Okay, but just as an aside, very interestingly, I've talked to other photographers as well, not as yet in this context of the 3 questions, and all of them said they don't mind editing all the photos and everything, but they find video editing just too boring and too much and too complicated, and for me it's the opposite. I quite like video editing.
I think it's a bit like being any other kind of artist, and I always say that photography, videography is like artistry, and if you were an artist, you might prefer oils rather than pastels or watercolours and stuff like that. I actually don't mind editing video. Right. I can find it quite laborious in some cases, but I don't mind doing it. The stuff that I have done is quite good. I've got all the equipment, I've got plenty of stuff. I have done videos for clients. I just don't do a lot of it. It's not where I want to put my market and my mainstream effort. But I don't mind doing it.
If you can hear a background noise, this is Ozzy.
Shall I go and get him?
I get him.
The world should see this lovely
picture. Absolutely, because Ozzy is a 3.5-year-old beautiful poodle who's keeping us company. Say hello, Ozzy. That's right. Okay. Now, next question. What are your 3 top tips for other businesses and social media users to use social media effectively for their business or project?
For any platform, be active. You have to post. So for Instagram, I post at least 3 times a day. I tend to have a set of pictures that correlate so that when you look at it on the Instagram grid wall, you've got 3 pictures at a time that all kind of relate to each other. So that kind of works nicely. For Facebook, you've got to obviously do the same thing as well. Comment back when people comment. Like your likes, do all of those things. The activity is key. You can't. I think we all fall into this trap of, I'll post something, the world will see it, and they'll beat my door down, and everything will be wonderful. And actually, that's not true.
It's not happening.
And you have to kind of think about it in a different way, which is, how many times do you see a Coca-Cola advert on television or something, or
anywhere,
and don't be afraid of posting the same thing twice or similar things in the same, similar things on different channels. So that you kind of have a campaign. I think that's the important thing. So use those things, be active, talk to your followers. Instagram is very hashtag driven. We've not mentioned hashtags. I don't know if you want to explain to the world what a hashtag is.
It's the hash symbol and then 1 or 2 words slung together as one word, and people can then search on it. And if you look around on LinkedIn as a B2B, for instance, it's become very, very popular recently. Certainly since Microsoft took over LinkedIn.
Is that a true?
It's moving that way.
And I think the thing is that people find me on not on LinkedIn, on Instagram, more through hashtags than they might through the post, because people follow a hashtag, they follow a theme, and in the last couple of months when I've been a bit more hashtag savvy, my user growth, my search and the people following me has climbed as well.
And I think there's one other very important aspect about hashtags. YouTube is a search engine. All the other social media platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn, for instance, or Instagram, they're not search engines. So if you want to find something and you go for a hashtag, you find the stuff around this hashtag. It's much easier. So if you want to be found, use hashtags for your own.
And then you'll find things on related hashtags as well, because the clever people who use Instagram, I use 30 hashtags at once. So I will always have at least, Instagram will let you have up to 30. I'm in the sort of 20 to 25, 30 kind of category for each post. I have my own hashtag as well. So that people can then hopefully try and face that and see whether we can get a bit of a following and a tribe in that respect. Slowly but surely people might start adopting it in a way, etc. So I think, find the hashtags that are relevant to you, the things that you follow. you reuse those so that people who are hopefully interested in the things that you're looking at are seeing your posts, and post frequently. I mix it up. Sometimes I do it in the morning, sometimes I do it in the afternoon. There's a whole host of stuff you can read about the best time of day or the best day of the week. Just keep on doing it and try and keep it consistent. I think is the key things. I take a day off every now and again. I'm not religious about it or whatever else, but I don't go too much longer, maybe 2 or 3 days before I think, right, I've got to get something else out. Got to put something else out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those things are key. I think also with Instagram, and again with Facebook, it's not just the picture. It's the description underneath. It's the words, the things that people are going to be sort of looking at it and going, you can emote a lot through those things. And you can make people want to do what you do. So we're all going, hey, I'm a photographer. My pictures should speak for themselves.
Yeah, but if you explain it a bit, you help your audience.
Here's so and so. They've come for a picture. Or I had a wonderful bar mitzvah over here, and it gives you the opportunity then to, name some of the things that you were with. So if I'm at a bar mitzvah, I will say, I was with this particular DJ at that particular venue with these other kinds of people, so that then they can see it and they will like it and their friends will see it, and it's all about that reach. With Instagram, I'll say who the makeup artist was. Maybe if you've got a special brand of clothing in to use it, then you get their people looking at your work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's important.
Yep. So the final bonus question.
Oh, bonus question.
Yes, it's a bonus question. Not so much for me, but for you. Is what's the best way to which is the best platform to contact you online?
Like I say, Facebook and Instagram are where I'm prevalent at. You can search.
What do they look for?
Gander Photography will be the Facebook search, and The Way You Are, which is all words, as in if you were thinking about a Billy Joel song, The Way You Are, and are both on Facebook, and they have a page and a group. On Instagram, it's Gander Photo.
Right.
And on Instagram, it's The Way You Are as initials, photo.
Okay.
Though just to keep it a little bit
I'll put
shorter.
it underneath.
Yeah, exactly.
On the video as well.
I can give you those as text.
Wonderful.
And if you want to come and follow me and find out what I'm up to and keep me excited in that space, then more than welcome to come and find me and join the tribe, and hopefully you'll like what you see.
Wonderful. Julian, thank you very much. And
Ozzy,
thank you very much. Thank you. And
look into the camera.
Ozzy, say bye-bye. All
right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
Thanks, Max.
Okay. Cheers.